Alright, another after work vlog. This one, I wanted to talk about something that I've been seeing a lot, where in the video game industry, particularly when it comes to people when they review video games, when they're talking about how good a developer and a game studio, made a game, and how the game runs and how it plays, and things about the game and features in the game, and that truck needs to learn how to drive. But the problem I've been seeing is, for some reason, in today's video game industry, there is just a harsh, remorseless attitude towards reviewing a video game. It is absolutely insane sometimes. Like, the last thing I saw was people complaining about how all these immersive, quote unquote, as they put it, games have features where you have some sort of sense. Like, you can either ping the world so you can see what's important and what's not important, or you can see where to go. It's a feature that they add to games, so in all these giant open world games, you actually have a fucking clue where you're going. But for some reason, all of a sudden, people now are saying that's a bad thing. What? You really want to be completely lost all the time? Like, for instance, lately, if you haven't seen, I've been making videos of me and my buddy playing Dying Light. Now, in Dying Light, there's a feature where you hit a button and then you send a ping out throughout the world, and it will highlight where, it'll highlight loot that you can see in your area, or it'll show the waypoint in your HUD instead of on your mini map. Or, you don't have to open up your map. It'll just show you where the waypoint is, and then you can go towards it. So you're telling me a game that's as big as Dying Light, you want me to not have a clue what's important and what's not important, so I am constantly just running into walls and tables and trash on the ground and everything like that, desperately trying to figure out the difference between what I can pick up and what I can't? Fuck that. I would be so bored. Like, looting in that game already takes enough time, and I know what I can loot. If I didn't know what I could loot, I would spend hours just trying to find something that I can use and making the difference of where I can and cannot go and everything. It makes the game easy in a sense where you don't have to spend your entire play experience worrying about the little stuff. It makes it easy enough where you can worry about getting to the cool shit, where in a game like Dying Light, for instance, is all about getting to the part where I get to kill some shit with some made up shit that I got and made with the loot that I knew where to find. So, I like that. I don't see the point in why people are so, uptight about games nowadays. Like, they pick apart every little thing. And I don't get why people just can't enjoy games for what they are. And here's the thing. If you have such a problem with how video games are made, how about you get a fucking education and prove your worth in the video game industry? Because until then, you're just talking about something that you don't even know how hard that shit is to make. Like, honestly, think about what it would take to make a AAA game, even if it is a shitty AAA game. There's so much involved in video game making nowadays that, yes, there's those rare cases where a small studio made of, like, nobodies with very few people, like, all of a sudden make this genius thing. But it's not an everyday thing. Most video games take hundreds and hundreds of people to help make. And all kinds of companies coming together to help create it and release it and publish it and work at it. And then you release it to a public and community that really has no clue what went into making it, but will judge you and like, talk in a way that makes you seem like you just half-assed it and didn't give a shit at all about what you were doing. Like, I don't understand that. I just feel like people today are way too harsh with most games, and people just need to enjoy games for what they are and stop worrying about the little stuff, because the little stuff doesn't matter. Just enjoy the main concept of the game and get on with your life. Nubby out.